Okay, so quick run through. You starting with this, some gram of a beginning reactant, and beginning because it's in the first part of this balanced equation. The question wants you to somehow go from here and it's asking if you start with this amount, how much of this will you form? And you kind of assume that this is in there so much that it's not the limiting reactant, or we don't even have to worry about it getting used up. So your first step is to go from grams to moles of barium chloride here. And the way we do that is through the molar mass. Molar masses are given in grams per mole. Okay? And you have to find it out for barium chloride. And the way we do that is, well, we just look at the periodic table for each element. Barium has a certain mass that you can find from the periodic table. Chlorine, same thing. I think its mass is 35.45. Because there's two of them, though, you have to take that into account. So it's going to be like 2 times 35.45 plus whatever the mass of barium is. You can look it up in the periodic table. Anyway, that you get some number, x. All right? So now, using that number, we can go from 40.5 grams to moles. And the way we do that is through the molar mass. So what we do is we just multiply its molar mass, which is that x number here, to get us the number of moles. So once we have moles of barium chloride, then we can start relating here to sodium chloride in this part of the equation. And we have to take into account the relationship between the two. The first one, well, for every 1 mole of barium chloride, we produce 2 moles of sodium chloride. So that's kind of the key there in stoichiometry. So for every 1 mole of barium chloride, we get 1 mole or 2 moles of sodium chloride. And that comes from the 2 that's in front there. Once we have moles of sodium chloride, then we can start talking about grams. And through, well, just like we went from grams to moles over here through the molar mass, we're going to have to do the same thing with sodium chloride. So you're going to find the molar mass for sodium chloride, and so for every 1 mole of sodium chloride that you get an X amount of grams, and that's calculated through the mass of sodium and chlorine added together. So once you have that number, you put it in there. If you do all of this math here, so it's going to be 40.5, and then times 2 times whatever the molar mass of sodium chloride is, divided by the molar mass here of barium chloride. That number will get you the number of moles of, or grams of sodium chloride that you're looking for.